At the age of 23, most people might be concerned about just simply trying to find a job right out of college. But for our guests, 23 was actually the age in which they got married. Yes, special guests Rod and Jasmine Reedy are going to share their marriage story as well as how they've been able to maintain joy throughout life's transitions. Plus, they're going to give some very special advice for you young couples out there, so you don't want to miss this. Let's go. Hey friends, welcome to the Marriage Inside Out podcast, where we teach couples how to become mission focused, learning how to work together as a team to build a solid foundation for their household. I'm Khalil, and this is my wife, the lady of the house. Yes, you all may know her as AJ, but I call her Adrian. Let's go ahead and make some noise. How you feeling, my lady?
I'm feeling excellent today.
Feeling excellent today, y'all. Why is that? Why are you feeling excellent?
Oh, because we got some special guests today in the
Do
house.
We got some special guests?
Yes.
Oh, man. Okay, well, let's go ahead and bring our guests for today in. We would like to welcome to the podcast Rod and Jasmine Reedy. Guys, welcome. Let's make some noise for them. Reedy love in the building in full effect. And yes, so excited as well for this conversation that we have today, because guys, this is an amazing couple, a dynamic couple. And you know, when you think of just the combination of just creativity and drive and, you know, kind of that entrepreneurial spirit, and I just gotta say swag.
Seriously.
Like serious
Look
swagger.
at them.
Like just look at them,
Man.
y'all. Like this is that couple, and you know, they have an amazing story that they're gonna share with us today. But yeah, I mean, we've been knowing them for a minute.
Yes, for real. And I mean, Jasmine and I are in the same sorority, and they actually started, because you guys have been dating really since early on in college, and started a photography business early on, did my master's degree photos, did our engagement photos, did our a bunch of photos that we've done that you guys have seen, and you'll see them right here. But for them and their careers, it's really a story of joy and resilience is really what I would say when I think of their marriage itself. And from a career perspective, they've really been climbing the ladder in terms of focus. They started these side hustles, if you will, focusing on photography, videography, all of those other areas. But from a career perspective, Jasmine's currently a software engineer, and Rod is in construction management, and they are just killing it in every aspect of their lives, but keeping it real at the same time. So excited to hear a little more.
Yeah, definitely doing their thing indeed. So guys, for those we obviously just bragged on you for a little bit, but for those out there who are watching or listening who do not know you all, why don't you just fill them in as to who Rod and Jasmine are? Tell us about just a little bit about your marriage background, how long you've been married, and where you live and where you currently are in life.
You got it, babe.
All right. So I started from the beginning. And guys, I love to talk, of course, so stop me at any time. We've been dating for about 11 years. They say still date while you're married.
Yeah.
We've been dating for 11 years since around 2009. And we got married 7 years ago at the age of 23 years old.
Wow.
I graduated in May, proposed in September, and then Jasmine graduated in December. We got married the following July. So yeah, we just passed 7 years in this past July. Started our marriage in Atlanta. My career took me to Atlanta, and we lived there for 3 years. And then after that, my company came to me and said, "Hey, we want you to travel." So then we traveled for 3 years. After that, we went to Memphis, we went to Richmond, and then back to Tennessee again one more time before I said, I'm just tired of this.
We both said it.
Yeah, we both said it. And I mean, one thing, we were living separately for about 6 months that kind of led to that, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But that was the last straw. And I said, hey, it's time to make a change. And that's how we ended up here in Huntsville. And it's been great for both of us, for her career and my career. And God's been good. It's been great.
Good.
Wow. Wow. That is amazing. So you guys pretty much have bounced around almost all over the Southeast from the sound of it. And love the fact that you all mentioned, you know, how long you've been married, and we're gonna really get more into that and just talk about just you all's journey, starting off young, because that's gonna be awesome.
Exactly. And of course, like, we have a perspective of your marriage, and we're, you know, sharing what we know. But if you were to describe your marriage in one word or even a phrase, what would you describe it as to others?
So I would say that we're gleeful. We are fun. I think we've said fun. You probably said we're a fun couple, or maybe you said that.
Yeah.
We are just like, we find fun in the most simple things. We like when we take road trips, we're turning on some tunes so we can rap to the tunes. We're doing all kinds of things that just bring us joy. So that's how I feel Rod and I are, as far as like who we are as a couple.
Yeah, I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about all the times that I mean, she'll turn an instrumental on, and I mean, sometimes we'll even rap the Greek alphabet.
Yeah.
We both did,
Alpha, beta, gamma, delta.
Yeah, exactly. AJ mentioned they're in the same sorority. I'm an alpha, and we just kind of just joke around like, do you remember it? To see who can say it the fastest.
And by the time we get to like the middle of the Greek alphabet,
it's just jumbled.
It's a jumble. So it's funny.
But for me, if I was describing us, I told Jasmine that I would describe us as being an example with integrity. So example with integrity is my description of our relationship. A lot of times you see people on Instagram, you see people on YouTube, Facebook, and all those places, and what they're portraying may not be what's going on after the cameras are down. And we try to pride ourselves in being those same people when the cameras are off. And if you know us, those smiles and those videos that you see on Instagram, sneak of Jasmine that she doesn't know about, that's us in real life, like seriously. So that's examples with integrity.
Yes. And I mean, I think we can definitely attest to both of those. I mean, you guys keep us rolling and laughing, and even though we don't have the opportunity to connect every week, like, you're just, I think just that zest for life is evident in what you guys do, but like you said, Rod, the realness, right? Like, at the end of the day, you're gonna say it how it is, and we need people. Each of us as couples need people like that in our lives to hold us accountable, to just keep it raw, give us perspective, and then encourage us to keep moving forward. So that's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So we got to get a little bit more in depth now. Let's dive a little deeper, because you all have such a cool story, and a story that I think is very relevant to today. And let's rewind a little bit. You mentioned that you all got married at the age of 23, right? So fresh out of college. And I mean, most people at that time or at that age are just worrying about where they can get a job, right? but you all decided that you were going to tie the knot. Like, again, you walk across stage and then you walk down the aisle. Like, that's kind of that was kind of you all's journey. So tell us a little about that, because I think that's really one of the things that we want to learn about from you all, especially for some of these other young couples who are out there who might be watching and listening to this. Tell us about kind of that time of when you guys got married. Like, what was going through your minds? Did you feel like you were ready? Like, just tell us about it.
I would say, for me, as a woman, I think we kind of have this idea in our head that, oh, I'm going to get married by 25, or I'm going to get married by 27, or just throwing around numbers. But I thought I was ready. And then we got married. I don't think you can prepare for marriage. Not saying that, like, it was terrible, but I mean, we were 23. Our family and friends, they encouraged us. I mean, we thought, like, going back to that time period, we thought that we were doing the right thing. We didn't realize until later on that we were 23. So I don't think we were prepared, but if we had to do it over, I would definitely do it over the same way.
Awesome.
Yeah. So for me, I just, like she said, I don't think it's something you can prepare for. It's like, for me, I was a hopeless romantic, I guess if you want to call it. Like, I drove her crazy for a year trying to get her to like be my girlfriend. Like, there are arguments that came up, like, just stop asking me. I mean, like you said, if we had to do it over, we would definitely do it over again. It's not anything you can prepare for. You just hit the challenges as they come and overcome as a unit, as one.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I mean, I'm just thinking, like, I gotta ask this just from a man's perspective, Rod. Now, you know, again, you just think of the time frame, right? Like, I remember how I was at 23, and obviously everyone has their maturity level. But as a man, like, can you talk to the men out there, and even just for my own sake, like, were you just kind of like, yeah, like what was going through your mind just as the man preparing for, like, yeah, I'm gonna propose to this woman, like.
So she just laughing. Oh my God.
I haven't heard this, so I want to hear too.
You've heard it. All right, so just to keep it 100.
Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Yeah. You keep it 100 here on the podcast.
So for me, when I had my, I guess, standards or the things that I was looking for in a woman. I'm a God-fearing man. I was looking for a God-fearing woman.
Yeah.
I was looking for a beautiful woman. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It is. So, but I was looking for a beautiful woman, somebody that was strong in family. And when I found those things, I just thought it was mature and responsible to just say this is the one. Like, you know when the one is here. Right. And a lot of people ask me like, man, how do you know? You know when you know. Right. Like, just straight up. Yeah. And at some point you have to sit down and say, I'm going to do the next step, which is to commit myself to her, whoever that her is for you. Commit yourself to her after you've discovered that she is the one. There is not one woman that will give you a perfect life, that will do everything that you want to happen in your life. Like, I want a woman that does this when I tell her, or what. Come on. That doesn't exist.
That's a myth. Yeah.
It is a myth. Wow. And just realize that when you find the one, commit to her. The challenges will come, but you will not find a woman that will not present you with challenges that you can't overcome with her if she's the one that you need to have in your life.
Y'all hearing this?
I'm sorry.
We just getting started up in here. We already. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't. I know that question wasn't for me, but at the time that we decided to get married, or I guess when we got married, we had already been dating for 3 years. So I feel like for both of us, it was like, I mean, how long are we going to stay in this phase? Are we going to move along and go to the next phase, or are we just going to date forever? I mean, I know that's a lot to say at 23.
Now, some people date
still
long and then they break up. So it's just.
Wow.
Ooh, man, I'm over here. My heart is like swelling just because of, like Khalil was saying, just the maturity of both of you to step by faith into covenant and to just make that commitment through the challenges, through the obstacles. For you guys said it was challenging. Was there anything that you feel like you've kind of come through, maybe one thing that was a challenge, but you've now learned in hindsight, one thing of advice you might give for others that might be in that same boat? Like, I want to step in to marriage. We've been dating for some time, but we're about to graduate, so we're a little younger. Maybe our finances are at a place where we're still growing. What might be one of those challenges that you guys have worked through?
I think